This is a really fun group after I watch you guys singing and dancing, so I think it should go very smoothly and I'm not nervous anymore.
Thank you.
But after listening to Smita's poem and her introduction, if you all remember, there was a movie where Anil Kapoor's daughter was the air hostess and she saved so many kids' lives. I forget the name of the movie. Nirja. And the Shabana Azmi was her mother. And after her death, one reporter asked Shabana Azmi, how did you raise such a brave daughter? And Shabana Azmi's answer was, I didn't even know that my daughter is so brave. I had no idea. And I thought in my heart, that's where all of us women, as an immigrant, we moved to a different country. We survived, we learned language, we went through cultural barriers, we raised kids. And now we are in our aging, that we are forming group like this. So if someone asks our mother that how did you raise all these wonderful daughters who went through so many ups and downs of life, I bet our mother's answer would be still the same, that I didn't know. So I think the nature, the circumstances, or our upbringing has made us so strong. So it's not just about me. I think we all need to give all of us a little hand, that we all deserve it. These are white hair, even though I colored it, I think we earned it. So anyway, I love to tell humorous stories. And I've been telling it all my life in parties and family functions, and now I started to go out. I grew up in the state of Haryana. And so my jokes are, and I'm hoping and assuming that everybody understands Hindi. So if you like the jokes, please give me a little clap to encourage me. That's my little oxygen. And if you really, really like it, then just say Jai Ho. Okay, so that would happen. So from Haryana people, their specialty is this, that you ask them a question and that goes over their head. And the answer that they give you, that will go over your head. And I'll give you a few examples. Okay, in our village, a tau, a kaka, he goes to sell his bhans. So the kharidar tells that, okay, how much is the bhans for? And he says 25,000 rupees. And he says, 25,000 rupees for a bhans? And Tau, your bhans is Kani. Oh. And you want 25,000 rupees for it? And the Tau looks at him up head to toe and says, Beta, तने भैंस दूध खातर चाहिए कि नैन मटकाने खातर चाहिए? जय हो। Thank you.
आपको जय हो मिल गया.
Thank you. Thank you. Made my day. Or another story like this. A gentleman like you goes to our village and rents a room. So Tau rents him a room for 300 rupees a month. And next day he comes to Tau and he says, Tau, कैसा कमरा दिया? सारी रात उसमें चूहे नाचे. तो ताऊ बोला, भाई 300 रुपए महीने में चूहे नहीं तो क्या माधुरी दीक्षित नाचेगी? Now it starts in not just in awkward things, in every little life segments. You don't have to look for jokes. Their style of talking is such that it becomes a joke. Like for example, I can just say my name, that my mother went looking for a guy for me, and And she goes to this woman's house and she looks at the guy and he says, well, everything is good, but chora thoda mada hai. Mada means patla hai. तो she said छोरा थोड़ा माड़ा है. तो लड़के की माँ कहती जी आजकल तो माड़ा होने का फैशन है. माड़ा रहने के वास्ते ये जिम जावे है, कम खावे है, कसरत करे है. इसकी बॉडी देखो, बॉडी स्टील वर्गी है, स्टील वर्गी. तो my mother thought for a minute and then she said, मन्ने तो छोरी ब्यानी है, मन्ने के स्टील के चम्मच बनवाने हैं. Now we finally get engaged, we get married, and here is our first night. And I'm sitting, it's a summer, hot, and I'm sitting in 80 kilo lenga and ordni on top. And the guy is a little shy. So first he comes in the room late, and once he comes in the room, then he doesn't know how to start the conversation. And he's just sitting, and I'm sweating in my ordni. And finally he touches me gently, and he says, hey, तेरा नाम क्या है? तो मैं भी छोरी हरियाणा की,
कोई कम नहीं.
मैं भी कोई कम नहीं. मेरे को आया गुस्सा, मैंने ओढ़नी फेंक के और कहा कि ब्याह के कार्ड में के तेरी बुआ का नाम लिखा है. Now the poor guy, he says, okay, I got to make up to her. So he takes me shopping to buy me a set of jewelry. So here we are at the jewelry shop, and I like one set. So the sales girl gives the price, let's say she says $5,000. And he looks at her and he said, dekh lo, kuch kam kar do. And the girl tells him, and she says, sir, आपको देख के ही कम करे हैं. सर, आपको देख के ही पैसे कम करे हैं. So he thinks for a minute and then she says, well, थोड़ा और देख लो. Now by this time I'm really annoyed, and the girl is smiling and they could, smile at each other as if they're flirting. मेरे को आया गुस्सा. मैं खड़ी होके मैंने कहा, look, you can keep him and look at him as long as you want. Give me the set for free.
बिल्कुल जाओ.
So now we are moving on and we coming back at the life aging. Kids are raised, and I can go on, but I think I don't want to take too much of your time. So at the end, now we're getting to the forgetful age where we forget where we left our glasses or where. And even I have a story about that every time my husband need to go somewhere and he'll say, Usha, where are my car keys? And I'll say, well, honey, when was the last time you used it? And then I'll follow that trail to find his keys. Or sometimes he'll say, Usha, where is my wallet? So again, the same question, when was the last time you used it? Well, one day he walked in the house, all huffed and puffed, and he said, Usha, I'm losing my mind. Well, as usual, out of habit, I had to ask him, when was the last time you used it? So anyway, coming back to the forgetful story, my husband goes to a club, and after the club meeting ends, he comes out and he pats himself like a TSA people pat you, and then he said, oh my God, I don't have my car keys. I bet I left my car keys in the ignition. So he comes to the parking lot and he looks around and then he doesn't see the car. So he said, oh my God, I left my car keys and now the car is stolen. So he calls the police, and the police takes the description of the car and the license number and all everything. And then he makes the second hardest call to me to tell me that, look, I left my car keys in the ignition and the car has been stolen. And there was a long pause, and I said, you idiot, I dropped you off. Now, this time there was a longer pause on his side, and he said, oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. Will you come and get me? This was longer pause this time on my side. And I said, I would, as soon as this policeman takes the handcuffs off of me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's enough for today. But at the end, all I can one more. All right.
Maybe this is her finishing one, you know.
So there is we get a phone call from friends of my husband, and they say that we are coming over, we missed our flight, so we're going to stay at your place and we're going to eat dinner because we're starving. So my husband turns to me and he said, look, they are a very good friend of mine and they always treated me very nicely, so why don't you make, and 10 o'clock at night, 3-4 items, and they are hungry, they're going to eat dinner. And I said, तेरा दिमाग खराब है? रात के 10 बज रहे हैं, ये कोई खाना बनाने का टाइम है? And plus, I'm out of groceries. I was planning to go to the store tomorrow and do the grocery shopping, so there is no way that I can make 3-4 items. All I can do is make dal and chawal and let them eat dal chawal. So he comes, he's a very smart man. So he said, okay, here is the plan. When they come and they sit down in the living room and we offer them water and they freshen up, then what you do is make some noise in the kitchen and drop something, make a noise. And I'll say, kya hua? And then you say, oh my God, I dropped bhindi and matar paneer. So then I will tell them that, look, she's not feeling well, she's on medication, so she's clumsy, so please forgive us. Now you have to eat only dal chawal. So I said, okay, I can do that much drama. So the friends come and we as planned, he goes, ask them for water, and I'm in the kitchen, and all of a sudden the awaz comes and dhadam, and he says, kya hua? मैंने कहा कम वक्त दाल ही गिर गई. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to end with 4 lines. के लिखा है कि चंदा की चकोरी से कभी बात ना होती, चंदा की चकोरी से कभी बात ना होती, गर हमसे तुम्हारी मुलाकात ना होती. ये आप सबकी मोहब्बत का असर है दोस्तों, वरना तो इतनी हंसी ये शाम ना हो.